Did you know one of the things that really causes people grief is the choice of words? Sometimes the words that we heard from someone which were so painful, even years later, when you think about those words, you cringe or you remember the pain as if it's just happening right now. Whereas the physical injuries, it may not cause us as much pain over a long period of time, even when we think about it. But the words, they are quite hurtful. So in today's video, I want to share with you something from the bio-inspired employee experience design and what we learned from the honeybees in terms of the choice of words that we can use to inspire the teams that we're working with. Hi, my name is Fahim Karim, and I'm an employee engagement expert. And I work with companies that are growing, however, they're having projects that are delayed, communications are ineffective, their managers are not listening, and the employees feel they're not part of the team. So when I work with them, I create a safe container where everyone gets to vocalize and express their ideas and their opinions without being put down. The managers get to listen and lead, and your company continues to grow and innovate. And as someone who has worked in the corporate space for more than 2 decades with award-winning in leadership and operations excellence, I love to work with organizations and find out the root cause of what's causing the teams in different parts of the organization to become disengaged. And together I co-create a roadmap so that those things can be addressed and your company can continue to grow and innovate. So in today's video, about the bio-inspired design for employee experience, I want to highlight something amazing from the honeybee's life. You see, the honeybee, one of the things it produces, the thing that comes out of its stomach, it's something so beneficial, right? So the lesson we can draw from that as leaders, what is coming out of our mouth? Is it very clear for people to understand, or is it vague? When we communicate, are we communicating in a way that makes people very clear as to what our expectations are, or is it not clear? The other thing we want to be mindful of as leaders, what are the choice of words that we're using? Is it beautiful? Is it meaningful? Is it inspiring? Or is it not inspiring, like demeaning? Is it, do we use curse words? I remember once I was working with an amazing colleague. He was a former law enforcement gentleman, and he was talking to a friend of his, and his friend happened to be using a lot of foul language. So he said, you know what, you remind me of somebody. He said, what's that? He said, one day I was working with someone and these 2 guys were arguing, and one of them had a really foul language. So the other person said to the person with the foul language, he said, you know what, you remind me of a walking garbage. He said, what is that? He said, a walking garbage is when someone steps on your foot, you just open your mouth, right? So as leaders, when we're opening our mouth, when we're saying things, let's be mindful of that and let the honeybee be an inspiration to us, who is always producing something beneficial that's coming out of its belly and deep within it. So if you like what you heard today, go ahead and follow us in LinkedIn so that you don't miss on the daily or the weekly updates I have to share on the latest tips and strategies that you can implement so that your teams are going to love to work with you.